You know what? I think I'm done playing League. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
relax. It's like, oh,
Right? That's crazy, man.
oh man, the League of Legends, dude. People are toxic. Even Ninja.
Seems like such a friendly game, but then you meet the people that play it, and it's like, oh,
It's just like, yikes,
yeah,
man.
dude, that is crazy, man. If y'all are
Sheesh.
just tuning in, this is the third episode of Bird Squawks. Caw, caw, caw. We were just watching this hilarious clip of Ninja rage quitting a League of Legends game today.
Oh
Oh
man,
wow.
it
Uh,
was ridiculous.
it was
And my
absolutely
friend was
ridiculous.
a part
Link
of
in the
it.
description. Y'all need to watch that.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh man,
It's around the 2 hour
that
and
kid needs
nine
to
minute
take a
mark.
break, man. I think he's starting to lose it.
Yeah, not from. He needs to not play League. That is not the game to
It's
play.
not his game.
No, it's definitely not.
Mm,
But he, he,
he's trying.
uh,
No, not really. He didn't even finish the match. You can't. You couldn't even take the L,
you know,
man.
my my friend played a 4v5 and lost that match, and then yeah, it was all downhill from there.
Man, dang shame, man.
Oh yes.
Oh well. So, we've been watching a lot of episodes, few episodes of Captain Falcon,
Captain Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Marvel's new masterpiece, their centerpiece, their key focus point right now. Um, there was actually a cameo in today's episode that's being discussed, pretty heavily on the internet. Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld came in, and she apparently plays. They didn't say it in the episode, but it's on the internet, so this might be a slight spoiler if you haven't seen it. But she's saying that she is Lady Hydra, and that
Mhm.
she was actually supposed to be originally revealed in the Black Widow movie, which got delayed,
Yep.
a long time. But yeah, so that's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of storylines they develop with that. We're starting to see Captain America is starting to lose his
he's
shit.
he's
He
losing his
is
mind,
he is wow, wow.
man. It,
So
it's the latest
in
episode.
episode 4, you really got to see him uh, struggling with his identity, kind of like he's always been the go-to military guy, makes all the right decisions, and I feel like all this pressure he's had is really starting to build up to him and what he thinks America needs from Captain America, and what he how he feels he needs to act to portray that power, as opposed to being a little bit more kind-hearted like Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
um, so then he loses one of his best friends. I'm not going to name names here in case you have not been keeping up with the show, but he loses his best friend in episode 4, um, in a way that's kind of his own fault. And
It
episode
really
5 really goes over his guilt with that. Episode 5 opened up with an amazing battle. It was like, oh
it
wow!
was
I was so glad I got to see that fight scene, and it was brutal. And there was one moment that I felt actually replicated the Avengers Infinity War scene with Thanos when they were trying to rip the Infinity Gauntlet off of Thanos. It felt exactly like that when they were trying to rip the shield from you know
oh yeah,
fake Captain
from
America.
John Walker.
Yeah.
Good
How,
old
how are you
John
liking the series so far, man? How do you feel
Walker.
it's progressing? Do you think the show is getting better? Do you think it's getting a little stale? What are your opinions
I
here?
think I think like the progression from uh and the momentum from like episode 4 to 5 was a perfect like build up all the way to that moment. Like you saw it in like the early episodes when John Walker, like the first part when I was like, oh shit, this Captain Falcon, this Captain America.
See, see, it just makes so much sense.
I know, right? But like when he shot that dude on the train, like when that happened, I was just like, damn, like
Yeah.
that was
He's back to
insane.
using guns, which a lot of
Yeah,
people said, "Oh, Captain America can't use guns or whatever." But if you remember in Captain
exactly.
America: The First Avenger, when he very first became a super soldier back in the 19 whatevers, he was using guns back then too. So
Yeah,
it's not really
exactly.
something specifically new to Captain America, just because Steve Rogers decided to stop using guns for whatever reason, because he's kind-hearted or whatever. He's a true hero, blah blah, all that stuff. But no, John Walker's like, why am I gonna waste my time fighting when I could just shoot him? It's done.
Exactly.
I've been shooting my whole life. I'm a soldier. He's got the what is it, the Medal of Honor and like
Yeah.
all these other medals and crazy stuff. So yeah, of course he's gonna use a gun. But also, John Walker in this for the first half of the series is just a man, whereas Steve Rogers, we know, was a super soldier. You know, um, and I think that was also in episode 4. You really got to see him come to come to grips with the fact that he cannot keep up with even the the Dora Milaje, the world's best military group, the best fighters in the world. He
Yeah.
couldn't take them, and they're just regular humans. They're not even like souped up or have like
Right.
vibranium or anything, and like he got his butt whooped. He
He got
got whooped. Then he came, toe to toe with the other supers, and he, of course, didn't stand a chance. And he's crying, "Oh, I don't have superpowers, boo hoo."
yeah. And then,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any powers. I need to. I want to be able to
Oh,
lift a train.
boo
Man, I just don't. Oh man, this whole like build up to episode 5 has been ridiculous. Like
hoo.
the beginning of it, where he was just like coming to terms with it when he was just running, and then it was just like, and at the end of the day, it's all his fault. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's him. He just doesn't listen. I hated that he just doesn't listen, and I was like, he's gonna learn the hard way. And
Yeah.
what do you know?
Yep. Yep.
And he's
So
lowest point now, like super.
yeah,
It's over.
absolutely, absolutely. He was losing it in that courtroom in the latest
Yeah,
episode, where kind of spoiler alert, but sorry. So he after he does what he does in episode 4, the U.S. government is like, no way, man, you can't be Captain America. And I'm wondering at this point, how long has he even been Captain America? Has it like been like a couple days or a
it's only
week?
been like
Maybe a couple
maybe been
weeks
like a few
tops.
weeks.
Yeah, it's like, dang, man, how you get fired on your day off? Like, damn,
Right?
bro.
Like, mm,
Yeah, so he's just losing it, and then he's yelling at his superiors, and they're about to court martial him. He doesn't care. He's at his really, like you
temper
said,
tantrum.
his lowest point, man. He went from being what everybody's hero to just
Mm.
almost a criminal, man. Really, he
Seriously,
lost everything and everyone.
I'm
I
telling
really
you.
did like in episode 5, as it starts to focus a little bit more on the character development of Sam and Bucky, and like
Yeah,
they're kind of starting to become friends. They're starting to work each other out, work each other's situations out. I really liked when Sam gave Bucky what he said, tough love, and told him basically, hey, you need to stop just going around being the Winter Soldier and just killing people and thinking that that's going to make everything all right. You need to actually go apologize to the people that you've wronged if you want to move on, um, from your past.
right.
But actually, a little bit of news that I saw today, that one of the original creators of the Winter Soldier character does not like what they're doing with the Winter Soldier in the series. He's not a fan.
Really.
He's not a fan. But it's mostly a financial thing, is what he made it sound like, because Marvel's making billions of dollars on these characters that he co-created, and he kind of got the short end of the deal. But I feel like that's really between him and Disney, not between him and
Yeah,
Marvel. Like
right.
anything, any money that you wanted to get from Marvel, you should have got before the
Disney took
transition.
over.
Like
Yeah.
now, it's like, dude, Disney's
Yeah.
no, man. Good luck. They not like, they don't care, man. They're not like Netflix, where you can tell them, oh, I felt like I was wronged, and like, okay, well, we'll actually try to work with you. Like Disney's about making that money. That's it.
Right.
That is it. And don't mess with their Disney stuff. They'll come shut you down. They might shut down this podcast just for talking about
Right.
them now.
Seriously.
Jeez. Huh?
It's like Right? Mickey Mouse is gonna show up at your shit, dude. It's like, hey, fuck off. Shut your mouth. Oh
I can
man.
see Goofy as like the crazy one in the background
Right.
with like a baseball bat with nails in it.
He was like, shoot
Ah!
him. Shoot him. Hey, Mick, shoot him. Shoot him.
I could shoot you right now. No one would ever believe it.
Yahoo!
Oh, it's crazy what you could do on the internet. I could say it's a deep fake.
Right.
Yeah, but back to the show at hand. It's going great. I think it's going great. Apparently, some people on the internet are starting to say that episode 5 was slow and boring and not much happened. But to me, I think it's one of the more exciting episodes because of the character development that we got. So far, it's just been fight, 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 little bit of story, fight, fight. And now we're starting to see how these characters actually feel about everything. We got to go back and get a little bit of a brief interview with the previous Captain America that we just learned about. There was an African American Captain America, that they kind of kept under wraps. I'm not going to spoil everything about that. I think that y'all should discover that for yourselves. But yeah, if you're interested in the story of the first African American Captain America, then you need to be watching Captain Falcon on Disney Plus.
Sure. Captain Falcon.
But yeah.
Other than that, I mean, catching up with Captain Falcon, we have been watching. Well, I wouldn't say watching, but we did watch GVK.
GVK.
Godzilla
Versus
King Kong. King is Kongus. Now, I didn't want to admit anything.
Godzilla.
I didn't want to admit anything, but I did want King Kong to win. He did put up a good fight, but unfortunately, am I allowed to say spoilers? Should I say spoilers?
If you haven't seen Godzilla, let's just say that you can watch the original Godzilla vs. Kong movie back from, what is it, like the 60s or 70s? But yeah, you can watch that and figure out exactly what's going to happen. And also, if you know anything about Godzilla, you should know what's going to happen. If you're even like a little bit of a Godzilla fan, you know. So there's multiple fights. They're pretty good. I really liked the first fight when they kind of appeared. That one that you see in the trailers where they're on the ship. I thought that was awesome.
That was the best. That was,
and like especially like in the trailer, it does show that like Godzilla goes underwater and then shoots his atomic breath at one of the ships, and Godzilla jumps off. And just from the trailers, I've always been like, well, that's the end of the fight right there. Like that, what fight over? Ship's gone. Godzilla, King Kong can't swim. That's it. But I really liked when King Kong was like jumping across the naval ships. That was really cool. That's a really cool bit.
Man, that movie was amazing. Every action part, like the Mecha Godzilla fight near the end.
Yeah.
When he did that rocket knee, I was just like, oh, that's some Street Fighter.
Dude, oh yeah, absolutely. He was fast with those rockets. Godzilla could not keep up.
That was crazy.
But for those out there that are saying that, oh, well, Mecha Godzilla would have beat Godzilla, and King Kong say, like, yeah, but Godzilla, that was immediately after the second Godzilla versus King Kong fight, where Godzilla's already tired, he's beaten and bruised, but he won, but now he's like, all right, I'm gonna go home and rest. Like, immediately after, this robot version of himself just pops out of a mountain, and he has to go toe-to-toe. So I think if Godzilla, if Godzilla was fresh versus Mecha Godzilla, I don't think it would have went down like that. Or maybe it would have been, he would have put up more of a fight and actually damaged, because he didn't really damage Mecha Godzilla that much.
Right.
Honestly.
It was the
even when he did the atomic breath, the Mecha Godzilla was more powerful with his robo breath. But once again, as is the bane of all Godzilla movies, apparently, the human story is garbage. The human
Well,
story is absolute garbage, and to me, the human stories ruin the fights. Honestly, they try to, oh, we're gonna help out Godzilla, like, I mean, no, I'm sorry, we're gonna help out King Kong when he's fighting Godzilla,
mm,
and kind of ruin the fight, and that's how they separate. Then later, oh well, we're gonna try to save Godzilla and King Kong. How do we do it? Do we maybe have like an IT expert, the world's best hacker, who can like do something, or do we have something that makes sense? Maybe we're gonna create like a super powerful EMP device or anything. No, we're just well, I'll tell you what. How about we have one of the characters spill some liquor on the keyboard? Oh,
mm. Oh,
brilliant, brilliant. That's yes,
it
that's
shut
the one putting that in the movie. Oh,
that part. That's how they shut him down, just with some liquor. Perfect.
yeah,
Get Mechagodzilla drunk.
yeah. You
You
knew it
ain't
was gonna be a ex machina whenever they in the beginning of the movie when they showed that character carried the liquor that his dead wife gave him on him at all times. I was like, watch that. Watch later in the movie. That's gonna be like real important. But I thought that he was gonna like drink it when he was about to die and then do something cool, maybe sacrifice himself. Nah, he just oh my keyboard. Oh man. We're like a multi-billion-dollar industry, but we didn't get the waterproof keyboards. Shit,
man.
man.
No fail
Nobody
safe
thought of
for the
that?
water. I
Oh
mean,
man.
they do say you shouldn't operate alcohol and heavy machinery, so maybe that's why. That's exactly why.
Don't drink and fight Mecha Godzilla.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Don't get Mechagodzilla drunk. He's gonna have a terrible.
Come on, Godzilla. Dude, go
She's
home, Mecha Godzilla. No, you're talking shit.
He's like, all right, King Kong and Godzilla, just rip his head off. He's
Yeah.
he's drunk.
Yeah. So, if you are super into kaiju, giant monsters, fighting type movies or fight scenes or sequences,
Action part.
the action parts of the movie are actually really good. The fight scenes are good, and there are plenty. There are more fights than just Godzilla versus Kong. Kong goes to blah blah blah. Not going to spoil the entire movie. He goes to this awesome place, fights some monsters, and then actually that's pretty. Now that I think about it, that's pretty much it. They show some other monsters in there, but like all the cool monsters that they debuted in Godzilla King of the Monsters, the ones that came to like worship him at the end,
Mm.
they're just not around, unfortunately, in this one. Maybe they'll be called back for some kind of sequel because there are a couple other monsters still in the left in the list. So you could continue to make movies, but we'll
They're just
see.
waiting for the pandemic to be over.
Pretty much.
They're just hide. They're just hiding, just playing video games inside of their house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all that they're doing.
But I enjoyed it. I would say if you have the opportunity, at the least, get a free HBO Max trial and just watch it and then just cancel it afterward. Whatever, do what you got to do. It's definitely worth a watch. Would I go see it in IMAX? Yes, I meant to. Plans it didn't go accordingly, but that's all right. I'm probably gonna go see Mortal Kombat in IMAX if I have the opportunity, which is coming out next
Get
weekend.
over it.
Get over here, IMAX. And also, excuse me, also coming out this weekend, finally, is the US release of Demon Slayer.
Demon,
Demon, Demon Slayer, Demon,
Demon.
Nezuko,
It's time.
Tanjiro,
It's time for the train. It's
Inosuke. What kind of train? Like an angelic train or
steam train.
like a jet engine train or like a ghost train or
It's
wonder
a
it's like a
it's a V12 turbo double engine train.
oh the Demon Slayer Rise of the Tesla train.
Yes, Tesla
Oh
train.
dude,
By the Boeing
that
Company.
movie's awesome. But then it
Yes,
turns out that the Tesla train is actually a demon. Oh wait, maybe they should just make a movie about a demon train. That would be cool.
the demon train. Demon
Yeah,
train.
like what if the demon was a train?
Oh,
Hmm,
I like the idea.
be interesting. But yeah, so finally, Finally, one of the most hyped up movies in Japan. It's out. It's broken like tons of records. It's still breaking records. It's been in demand in the U.S. forever, and it's finally going to get its debut this weekend, this Thursday, the 22nd of April. Demon Slayer, Demon Train, the Demon Mugen, the y'all know the
Uh,
thing. It's gonna be
Demon,
awesome. I'm actually making a brand new cosplay for it. I'm gonna go as my favorite character, Zenitsu.
Sleepy Man.
Sleepy man, sleepy crying man.
Don't let him sleep on you because he'll hit you with that one technique.
I will.
Six.
I will. That's right.
I can't wait. It's gonna
I've
be
been
good.
working on my super deep stretch so I can fall forward and hold that real deep sword.
Yeah.
But I can't necessarily jump out of there super fast and slash someone. I'm working on it. We'll see.
We're gonna get a crane system going and then get some more green
Just attach
screen.
me to some pulleys and put some Heelys under me, and then
Exactly.
just skyrocket. But yeah, I can't wait to see that movie. It's really cool. I've been rewatching the Demon Slayer anime. This is my second time. We're almost to the end now because it's my first time watching it with my wife. Finally, and I really like it. It's a lot of fun, and it seems like as the episodes progressed, the art style to me was getting better and better. And like even the little details, especially the water in that anime, looks really, really good. When they use it in attacks and it flows off of Tanjiro's sword, dude, that stuff's awesome.
It really is. Like the art style is beautiful. I love
Yes.
it. I can't wait to see it, man. I've been actually rewatching it on fucking Netflix, and whew, man, I
Mm-hmm.
was just reliving it and then just re-enjoying it
Yeah.
and just oh
Yeah.
man, very very good show.
Really, really
Recommend
great.
everybody should watch it. And now that it's on Netflix, it's so readily available. So you
Mm-hmm.
can be caught up, and then and once you get caught up, you're like, "Damn, maybe I do want to see that movie."
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Oh yeah. This is definitely gonna be one that's worth popping into the theaters. Of course we're gonna be masked up. We're gonna stay safe, people.
6 feet, people, above the nose.
6 feet.
Put the mask 6 feet above your nose. Is what I'm saying. Have a little, like on a stick, like the
We're gonna
little
create a
candy on a
barrier
stick.
of masks. We're gonna create a mask igloo and just walk around.
Everything
Six
is
feet.
gonna be just a mask.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
other than Demon Slayer, there's a lot of other animes out there that a lot of people that haven't really been talking about that I think should be well known of. Um, I don't know if it was you or somebody, but you put me on to uh, that one bike anime that I need to finish. Skate the Infinity. I don't know if that's on hiatus or not, but that's a pretty good one. I just finished Akudama Drive. That's a noteworthy one, and it's actually the characters that were in that show. Like the art is done by the same people who did the Danganronpa series. So it's, I mean, it's a really really good show. I think everybody should watch Akudama Drive. It's finished, so
Oh.
it's like uh, I don't know. Think of like Reservoir Dogs and Cyberpunk and fucking Repo Man. Oh, that's just a lot of
Repo
things come to
Man.
mind. It's a really really good anime. I think a lot of people didn't watch it, but Akudama Drive is definitely worth a watch for
Yeah.
sure.
I have not seen that one, but I'll definitely bump it up on my list of things to watch. Or man, maybe just next time we hang out IRL, you can just put it on, just force me to watch it.
I will.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean those are some really great anime, especially the one that you said before, the bicycle anime. For those who don't know, there's a bicycle anime called Yowamushi Pedal. It was actually so good it already got its sequel series, Yowamushi Pedal Grand Ride, I think, or Grand Finale, one of them. I'm sorry. But it's really good. It's about this anime nerd enthusiast who rides his bicycle every day to the nearest city so he can buy anime merch. And he does it every day. It's a 40-mile ride on his bicycle. But then he starts to learn that he loves bicycles and racing, and he meets some other people who are in the bike club. So they convince him to join, and they finally give him a good bike because he's been riding on like an old mom bike this whole time. But because of that, since he's been riding on this old bike that wasn't built for speed or anything, and he's been climbing the tallest, steepest mountains on this bike, he's like really, really good. So he learns that he loves it, and he just continues to develop this love for racing and anime and manga, and it's really cool. It's good.
It's very heartwarming and is a breath of fresh air. Good old slice of life.
Yeah.
It's kind of deal. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I've actually been watching a little bit more of those slice of life sports animes. There was one that my wife had been trying to get me to watch forever, but I uh, finally sat down and watched it this year, called Yuri on Ice. It's a ice skating anime, and man, like I had heard about it before, but I thought it was more of a romance anime
Yeah.
than a skating anime, and I was wrong. Like the skating, it was actually really good, and the way that they draw the characters and how they move and flow, and the music like encaptures how the emotions that they're feeling on the ice and everything. But then there's also like drama because there's two Yuris. There's another guy, and his name is Yuri also. So there's drama of who's going to be the better Yuri, and it's really good. That's another. It's like it's heartwarming. It's got comedy, it's got drama, it's got a little bit of romance, it's got some slice of life, but it's like really encouraging and it has one of the best anime intros that I've heard like ever. Look it up, the Yuri on Ice anime intro. Like that one is fire. It's
I
so
thought it
good.
was a romance anime too, dude. Damn, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm
No,
out of
give
this.
it a watch, man. And then you watch it, and I finally understand why the fans are so upset that they never made a second season, which finally just got announced that they're working on it
Oh,
finally. But it's like, dude, like the way that they build up and then the way that it ends, you're like, dude, what happens next?
right.
Oh, nothing. But there is a movie on the way. I do want to watch that. There's a Yuri on Ice movie. I think it's coming either end of this year or early 2022. So, yeah, that's another one that I highly recommend that people go and check out.
I have to really check that one out because I really slept on that one.
Hmm. That's all right. It's only like 12 episodes long, so whenever you get some spare time, just put on like an episode or two, see if you dig it. If you do, continue. If not, you know, no harm, no foul. That's fine.
True.
I think
True.
one of the best rules, another one, yeah, I keep my wife obviously gives me the best anime advice, but she's put me on the 3 episode rule. So if you're checking out a new anime, you should watch 3 episodes before you decide if you like it or not. Because
Right.
often, the first or second one might not be exactly what you are into, but it's more about world building and establishing, what's going on in this anime. And by the third episode, then some crazy stuff starts to happen, or you meet some character that you like, or something changes. You never know.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, the 3 episode rule is look rude. The 3 episode rule is pretty good because like if after episode 3 you're like, damn, what happens next? Typically you're gonna probably enjoy it because you're interested. So
Hmm.
the 3 episode rule is
Yeah.
definitely pretty good.
Or the act opposite. By the third episode, you know if you really don't like this show, and you're
Right.
like, okay, I'm done.
It's like, no, thank you.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Is there a popular show or anime, or what was the last show that you started and then quickly realized that it wasn't for you?
um, it was probably what was the name of it? Haikyuu.
Okay,
Yeah, I
it's the
think it was Haikyuu.
volleyball anime, right?
Yeah, it was a volleyball one. Like after episode 2, like I honestly don't even know where I left off because I started watching it. I was like, huh, and then other stuff started happening. and other anime just kind of just bogarted it out of my mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
that'd probably be the last one because I did try. Because people were hyping it up, and I was just like, I'll give it a try. And I started watching it. I just don't know why I just didn't finish it. But I just put it down and I never picked it back up.
Yeah.
That one, I think it got to episode 10 in that slime anime, and it's on its second season, and I just never
Slime.
finished that.
Is it like reincarnated as a slime or something like that? I think that was one too for me. I got through episode 2 or 3, and I just wasn't really feeling it. But there are so many shows just like that. Like the isekai genre is over flooded to say the least.
Yes.
Um, and they just keep making more and more, and it's like
They
okay.
just won't stop. There's like a spider one now. I'm just like, holy shit.
I have
But
heard that the spider one is good. I
yeah,
did want to check that out, at least for the 3 episode rule, just to give it a chance.
me too. I've been thinking about watching it because a lot of people, like a lot of my friends, were like, "Yeah, it's cute. I like it." I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I like cute anime sometimes. I could give it a try. I'm not watching anything particularly cute. I mean, if
Right.
you want to think One Piece is cute, but I don't know. One Piece is kind of weird, but I like One
Yeah,
Piece,
I
and I'm
feel
caught
that.
up.
Hey,
I'm a bad
congrats.
man.
Yeah, how many of your years of your life have you wasted?
Dude, like 6.
Whoa, that means you're actually a young man.
Fuck you, man. I've been watching that shit since like 2015. Holy shit, man. That
Amazing, man.
show, and you know, like in Japan, like I think when I was 20, it was huge over there. Like, it is fucking huge. Like it would. Well, I mean, it was back then. I don't know what it is now, but
Mm-hmm.
dude, when I was 20, I'm about to be 30. Like 10 years ago, it was fuck. I couldn't every day when we would go out, I would see something One Piece related. Something was One Piece related.
Nice.
It was ridiculous, and it was the only thing that I saw on billboards. Like I don't remember seeing other anime or anything like that. I think I saw like when we went to the arcade, they had like a bunch of Miku machines on the first level, and like little like drum games on the first level, and then on the second level, that's where you go to where like the fighting games and shit are. And then there was other like 5 other levels that you just couldn't go upstairs for. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
It was just like it was just blocked off, and it was just the arcade is only on the first like 3 levels, and
Mm-hmm.
then everything else is just blocked off. But going to a 7 foot or a 7-story anime arcade in
See, that
Japan,
sounds awesome.
shit was
That sounds
fire. They had like the
amazing.
Gundam machines. You get in the pod.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That shit was great.
Wow, a gun machine. That's
Yeah,
gonna be dope. I did see that we're supposed to get a live action Gundam movie on Netflix.
really.
Yep,
Watch
that
that.
was announced this past week. They're going to start filming soon.
Holy shit! Yeah, I'm probably gonna definitely watch that. I haven't
Oh yeah.
seen a Gundam-esque anime since that Gargantua movie. I think
I
it's
don't
on
think I saw
Netflix or
that one.
something.
Okay.
It's basically Gargantua, the Verdant Planet, or something like that.
Okay. No, I don't think I watched that one.
Something along those lines. It's basically is super in the future, like deep in the future,
Yeah.
and then you get stranded on this planet that's nothing but like water. It seems, and it was different, but I did the 3 second rule on that, and every episode I'm just like, damn, how are they gonna fucking leave this planet? And the next episode, are they gonna fucking leave this planet? I was like, they're really fucking stuck there. And by like episode 7, I'm just like, damn, like this shit's fucking real. This is crazy.
Okay. I think I maybe did the 3 episode rule, but didn't continue on that one because that one does sound really familiar. Now
It's
that I
only
think
one
about it.
robot the whole time.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Like it was like a group of robots. He went into this wormhole, and then he was the only robot on this planet, and that it was just
Okay.
interesting.
Okay. Nice.
But it was okay. I finished it to the end, and it was. I like the ending. It's very bittersweet. It's one of those endings like, damn, that was cool. Like it was good. I liked it.
And this movie's called Gargantuan.
Uh, like, I can find the name real quick.
Yeah, because we definitely want to plug that so people
It
can
says
hop in.
Gargantia on the Verdurous planet.
Gargantia on the Verdurous. Murderous Planet?
Verdurous
On the
Planet.
Verdurous.
I put it in the Discord chat here. If
Okay.
you want to click,
Yeah, we
it's
can
that.
pop that up right here.
You remember that one from the picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's a
No,
pretty
yeah,
good. I liked it.
I did not finish this one, but that's cool, man. That's a really cool kind of mech anime,
Yeah,
the Verdurous
but man,
Planet.
I haven't seen like a good mech anime since that, and that's. I mean, I had to I rewatched fucking Code Geass,
Mm-hmm.
and oh man, yeah.
Nice.
And I need some new Gundam. I want to. I think that's one thing I don't know if I can ever get into heavy because there's so many fucking Gundam animes out there, bro.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if I
that's
could
gonna
do
take
it,
a good chunk out of time, a little bit of
bro.
chunk out of your life. But it'll
Little
be all
chunk.
right,
Like
man.
I got one.
Little mech anime never hurt anyone. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like I got One Piece. That's gonna be the my crack for
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I did have one last bit of news that I do want to pop in. A release that is going to be coming out in the next week from a game series that you know and love very well, sir. Were you aware that Near Replicant is coming out?
Yes.
Near
Yes.
Replicant, the remake of the original, which
Hmm.
is it seemed, I guess it was the first in the series of Near games, but it apparently did not do well upon the original release
Hmm.
because there was issues with the controls, with
Yeah.
the lock on targeting mechanisms, and just a couple glitches. So it didn't do well then, but then Near Automata came out, and that game was so amazing. And I'm glad that y'all got me into it recently. I got my first three endings on that one, and like that game is really good. I still want to continue find out what else is happening in this world. But this
Yeah.
new one coming out looks dope, man. There was actually a new um, a deep developer discussion today with one of the creators, and they did like a play along, and they added parrying into the game. I don't know if it was in the first one, but parrying is a mechanism. And like when I'm playing Near Automata, that's the main thing. I'm like, ooh, okay, I can dash, I can shoot, I can juggle with my swords, I can phase out and kind of uh, jump away or roll or
Yeah.
whatever, but I
I'm
can't.
tired.
Yeah, you can
Block.
slow down time, but you can't parry. I'm like,
Right.
man, especially coming from games like Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima, like parrying
Yeah.
is kind of built in at this point for most of those fighting style games. So I really
Yeah.
am glad to see that they added that into this game. Um, it looks really interesting. They're also going to have magic as a component of the game too.
Hmm.
Like, wow, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I can't wait for that to come out, man.
Yeah,
Because
because you
I
really
feel like
you
that
played a
game
lot
did.
of Near Automata, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I play it a ton. Like I love like the mat. Like if it's like a rainy day and you're feeling sad, the one song you don't want to play is "Weight of the World." Don't play that song. Oh my goodness! Like the whole like from the music to like the world in that game, it was great from start to finish. And I'm definitely gonna play Replicant because Perry, because in a like you said, like with Sekiro and all those games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne,
Mm-hmm.
uh, fucking even Hollow Knight,
Yeah,
like pairing is like if you have a sword, like I gotta. It's the future, baby. I can block with this thing. It's
yeah,
like I can use this to block. I don't need a
yeah,
shield.
man.
I'm
And
not
like,
late.
no matter what game it is, parrying always feels good. Especially like if it's one where like the timer is so small, like within a few milliseconds, and whenever you hit that perfectly, you're like, yes, I got that. Ooh, you thought you were gonna hit me?
It's
No.
like, I was gonna hit
Bang,
you.
bah, 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 and then you stun them. Yeah, that's a great feeling. So I'm really glad that with this already buoyant battle system that they already have, they're able to add this in as well and really expand upon the game experience.
Oh yeah,
Not only
for
that, the
sure.
game looks great. It looks really, really, really good. I'm glad, like, it's not a remake or I mean a remaster. Like they really went in and did everything from scratch. They even said in the deep dive that for the soundtrack they got the original voice actors to come back and re-record. They got the original composer to come back and re-record and rearrange some of the music, so everything is brand new, not just lifted from a previous game.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be a good pickup, especially if you like games like, if you did like Near, or if you like Metal Gear Rising, Vanquish, stuff
Hmm.
like that. Like pretty much like if you like platinum games, you're gonna like you're gonna like
Yeah.
Nier Replicant for sure. I'm definitely gonna get it for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna pick it up on our end as well.
Hell
One
yeah.
other connection that we made with just the Near Automata and the music style in Near Replicant, if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, you may notice that they have very similar music.
Oh
The
yeah.
music that is played in the fight scenes in Demon Slayer and the fight scenes in Near Automata are like the same style, and you almost think that definitely inspired by Near Automata, because
Mm.
like it's very unique. It's not something that you would be like, oh well, every game fight music. Like no, you hear this and you're like, that's Near.
It's like it fits like
Yeah,
that
like watch Demon
whole
Slayer fight scenes and
thing.
close your eyes and then be like, oh wait, yeah, this is the boss scene from the first Near. Like definitely.
That's not gonna be your first choice on your Spotify. Right.
Yeah, like that type of, but more little auto tuned. Not exactly that. My throat isn't you know that great, so excuse me. But
I need water.
yeah, but no, that's definitely something. If y'all haven't noticed before, just go back, rewatch Demon Slayer, or watch the movie this weekend because I'm pretty sure it's gonna have the same music selection or similar, and then it's really gonna give you those Near vibes. As a as the story of the game, I think that Near is really interesting, and like it calls into questions of like what is humanity, what is life, what makes you decide if something deserves rights as a being, or is it just a robot, an AI that was developed. At what point do you kind of cross that threshold?
Right.
And one of my favorite fight scenes that I've had so far. I'm sure there's more in alternate endings, but one of my favorite fight scenes was against Eve after you
Yeah.
killed his brother Adam. Which, for people who don't know, Adam and Eve are two AI that you come across in this game, and they are like the most advanced AI that the world has seen in like thousands of years. And so you kill Adam, the first one, because he's just crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and Eve doesn't understand why, so he's really the first AI to truly experience rage and become infected with hatred. And like that fight scene was really a lot of fun. Like there's so many red orbs that he throws at you, like walls of orbs, and
Yeah.
you have literally one spot where you'll be safe, and you have to try to get there within the time limit. But the combat in that game is so great, and like it really goes along with the themes that they kind of discuss.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I think my favorite fight was like I think it was the one where you had to like be in the ship and you had to fight the big ass fish with the with the EMP on his back, but you had to do it like as 9S, and you had to do it I think as uh what was her name, B2, whatever her name is, damn it,
Yeah,
or
to be.
B3, B8, 12, C4.
See.
But
Yeah, I think that my next playthrough. Okay, so I haven't done that one yet because my next playthrough is the one where you're nines for the first time. So
uh,
far,
nah,
I've been was it 2B or B2? Yeah, whatever.
I think it was 2B.
I think it's
Yeah,
2B.
I think it was 2B,
Yeah,
not
and
B2.
9S, but he tells us to call him Nines as a
Nines.
nickname.
I thought
He's
that was
cute.
funny. It's like, haha, nice humor, haha. And she's like, I'm gonna call you 9S. That is your name. I was like,
Yeah, but I do
okay.
know. Damn. So I really need to go back and get those endings because I know in that playthrough with nines, you start to get more gameplay mechanics of hacking, and that becomes way more prevalent than it was in the first two. Like I think you hack like a couple times maybe in the first couple playthroughs, but I know as nines that's way more important. So
Yes.
and like I've watched others play, and like it gets absolutely hectic in there when you're trying to hack in some of the higher levels.
Yeah, like you have to fight like waves of enemies shooting at you as the fucking little
Hmm.
asteroid triangle.
Yeah,
It's like
and don't
fuck.
get hit once. Don't get hit at all. Like wow.
Yeah, don't get hit, or you're gonna take damage when you come out, and
Hmm.
it's gonna be not fun.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like that. That shit had. Whew, I like playing that game. Like that game.
Yeah.
Don't make me install it again. I'll do it again. I'll reinstall it. Damn it.
Yeah. Another
Uh,
game that we got to try out yesterday, another Don't Get Hit game that
God
recently came to the PlayStation 5 for free and is also out on the PS4 for $39.99. I would say if you do not have access to a PS5 and but you do have a PS4, spend the $40. Like when I very first started playing this game, I was a little bit skeptical, but the more I play and the deeper I'm getting into this game, which I don't think I've even said the name yet, just in case, it's called Oddworld Soulstorm.
damn.
Oddworld Soulstorm I would say worth $40, 100% for sure. You got to play for a little bit yesterday. What were your impressions of Oddworld
Man, fuck
Soulstorm?
that game, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
So much, man.
hard.
I was
It's hard, and
just,
like there are no multiple difficulties. It's just that one difficulty. So I kind of feel bad for like the parents who have no clue what Oddworld is and spend the $40 so their 6-year-old kid can play it and never beat like level 2 or 3. Like,
yeah,
oof, wow.
because they got that shit
You
got me
have
fucked.
to have platforming experience to play that game. Like it does teach you as you go along the new mechanics as each one comes by, but as they start to layer them all together and you're fighting like 10, 20 enemies while also trying to keep 400 of your allies alive at the same time, it's a lot to handle. It really is. And you're extremely fragile if you get shot like 2 or 3 times or two or three bullets. Like so, in a single spray, they shoot like 10 bullets. Like if 2 or 3 of those hit you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Start over. You get hit with a shotgun once, you're dead. Start over. Oh, you spent like 10 minutes doing this act and you're almost done, and you get hit, you're dead. Start over. It's like,
This
oh
is like shotgun
wow,
shell back. Oh, nope. Over.
you messed up. Start over. Like, dang man.
Fuck that game. I'll stick to playing Street Fighter. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't know what I was getting into. I hadn't played an Oddworld game since like the PS1 days. And I jumped into it. I was just like, what this do? Oh, delicious. Oh, bullets hurty.
Yeah,
Bullets hurt in that game.
they do.
But
They
other
do.
than that, I've been playing fucking Outriders like crazy.
Outriders. Okay, okay. So, are
Outrider.
you already in the end game now? Are you OP?
Yes.
What's the story? And like, what class do you main?
In that game, I main Trickster. A lot of people don't like Trickster, but they're doing it wrong. I think I've perfected like my perfect Trickster build, and it covers everything that anybody has problems with all the time. It's perfect.
Okay,
I went to late game yesterday, and
man.
I've been doing like the expeditions, and I think I made it to like tier 6 before I had to like go to work today. And man, like it gets hard. Like there's some bullet sponges in the game, but there's ways that you can get around that with your build and like stacking up debuffs and just blowing like bosses away. Like getting a point in your skill tree that lets you do more damage to elites. Always take that skill tree in late game.
Nice.
Like you can play around with other stuff, and the cool thing about it is you can reset your skills at any time. I think that's amazing. Like you can, oh, you got to level 30. You want to try a different skill tree. You want to try different skills and different builds and stuff. You can do that at
Mm-hmm.
any point in time.
Okay.
Um,
So,
but yeah,
you keep your skill points and you can rearrange it how you like, or do you need to unlock everything every time?
no, you can just like if you got all those points, you get all those points back. So you can just put it
Hmm.
all in
Okay.
any different tree, and there's 3 trees for each class, and you can mix and match with all of them, or you can go straight down the line, which is preferably the best like option. But you can like
Yeah.
mess around and just be like a hybrid as well. So
Okay.
like it's pretty cool. It's really in depth, I think, and I'm still unlocking shit like mods and different weapons and stuff like. as you go along and it gets harder, you unlock different mods, and then now you can like mess around with different builds and stuff. And uh, the more people that you play with, the harder it gets too. So it's like, damn, this is hard. I need another person to play. It's like you're just making it harder. It's like you bringing another
Yeah,
person, you
I
might
had
get more.
heard that, but that's a good system to add. Like, because if you have, say, if you and your friend jump in and it makes it a little bit easier, then that defeats the purpose of the game. So if you want to keep it challenging, you have to increase the world tiers, increase the damage, increase the health that each enemy has to
Yes.
account for the extra players and the extra damage that they in turn will be, um, you know, providing, shooting, destroying. Yeah, that.
And also, I mean, more spawns, more loot. So
Hmm.
more loot chances. So I just
Say
got a
that.
legendary, and I've been like the crazy mods that you can put on weapons. Like I took the old mod off of this legendary that I got, and critical shots freezes enemies in a 5 meter radius, and also when I shoot them every 4 seconds while I'm shooting them, that's a cooldown on this ability. It makes the bullets explode and weakens them.
Whoa.
In a 5 meter radius. So it's like you get a critical hit, you freeze them, you weaken them, and then you blow them up. You run out of them with a shotgun,
Yeah.
and then just blow them away. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
It's an amazing build that I have. And then my shotguns, if I kill them and I have 35% of the bullets left in the clip,
Hmm.
it reloads it to full. So
Dang, man.
it's ridiculous. Like
That's a heck of a build. You're
it's
definitely
ridiculous.
gonna have to post some of that content to where we can see how crazy your build is right now, man.
Like I have a thing, like it was just tier like 5,
Hmm.
granted, but take a look at the damage that I was doing here. This is a screenshot, and I'm on the left. Look at the damage difference.
Wow. 8, almost 9 mil
Yeah.
versus 3 and almost 2.
It- it's ridiculous. Like I was
Enemies killed,
yamming
right?
and slaying, dude.
6 criticals, damage blocked way more than anyone else. Damage
Yeah,
taken way more than anyone else.
yeah, I know damage, but
Time in cover 1 versus times in cover 4.
I was
Yeah, man.
I'm never behind cover. I look how much time I spent behind the cover.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's awesome. So for that game, for people out there who have not, who are kind of trying to decide if they should buy it now or wait or whatever, what would you recommend? Is it an absolute buy? Is it a wait for a sale?
Um, as it stands right now, I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I can't deny that it is fun, but I have been playing it with multiplayer. I haven't. I mean, I played a couple single player and I got off. Honestly, as it stands right now, I would probably say wait for a sale. Like,
Hmm.
honestly, I did buy. Like, I named my character. I named my character Stimulus because I bought it with the stimulus check. So, so I mean, I bought it at a time where it was like, oh well, I mean, shit. I'm like, God, $60, $60.
Yeah,
It was like I got the stimulus check in the
Uncle
sales. So I'm
Sam
giving
got
my
it.
character
It's all good.
Stimulus. But I'd probably wait for. I honestly wait for a sale. But I mean, if you have $60 laying around and you're bored with everything, like it's worth it. Like if you're looking for something to play and you like looter shooters like Borderlands and stuff like that, I mean, buy
Okay.
it. Most definitely
Yeah.
buy it. But like if you're just looking for a game to play, then wait for it to go on sale for sure.
Hmm. Okay. That sounds like a good recommendation.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that is everything that we've got for today's episode of Bird Squawks. Thank you all again for sticking around to the end. We will be trying to post on Saturdays or Sundays in the future, so keep an eye out for future episodes where we will discuss more anime, video games, and amazing shit. Thank you all,
Yes.
and peace out. Bye. Oh, please, don't leave me. Oh, yeah, like and subscribe and do all the things, and caw.